So guys, one of the most common questions that I get all the time is how much money do I need to live comfortably in Bangkok? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what a $2,000 a month budget gets you here in Bangkok in 2026. I'm going to cover rent, food, transportation, healthcare, and entertainment, and whether I think it's enough money or not. Because if you're considering retirement, becoming an expat, or even just spending a few months in Thailand, this video hopefully will give you a more realistic picture. Stick around for today's video. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Gio, let's go before it's too late. Time keeps slipping away from us. So first off is rent and housing. Now, popular in Bangkok are studio condos. Now, I'm in a one bedroom, and that is what I would prefer. Now, if somebody, I know people who are completely comfortable in studios. I've lived in studios. I myself just can't do it. I need separation from the rooms. I need to feel like I'm more in a home, like I got a separate bedroom, living room, bathroom, kitchen, that type of thing. I like having a pool. I like having a gym. Some days, for example, it might be rainy outside and I don't want to walk over to my gym. Even if I got an umbrella, I don't want to go in a downpour, right? So I can simply go up and do at least a light workout. If you have company and you want to take a swim, swimming is cheap entertainment when you already have it in your condo. A lot of these condos have really high-end amenities. This one is pretty basic. The one I'm going to move into is going to be much more high-end, and you'll get a video on that too, but that's not going to be until August. We still got a lot of videos to go in between now and the time I move into my new condo. But security, location. Now this condo, you need a key. There's security. You need a key card to get into the elevator bank, and then you need the key card to get up to your floor. Then, of course, you need your key to get into your room. Now, the new place that I will move into is, as long as I end up taking this place, it's going to be facial recognition, even more high-end. So look forward to showing you guys all of that when I do move in. Now, again, this is where Thailand really shines, because in many U.S. cities, this budget would barely cover your rent. I just got back from the U.S. My eldest son, the apartment he's renting, I was telling him, I was like, listen, what you're paying for rent is almost my budget for the entire month. It is almost what I'm spending on a monthly basis with entertainment, food, coffees, dining out, all of that. But, housing, again, is only one piece of the puzzle. Now, this is not going to be a detailed budget video. I will put out one of those. Every so often I do one. I know people say, oh God, another budget video. But for people who are brand new moving, a lot of times they can look at an expat and say, I like his lifestyle. What would something similar for me cost? And so you can kind of get a little bit of a peek of what your lifestyle would be and how much you can look forward to spending. I don't know if it'd be looking forward to spending, but you can realistically get a better understanding of what you might be spending. But daily living costs here in Bangkok, I've got electricity that I normally spend around $60 US per month. Internet is around $20 per month. Water, like $1.50. It's like the same every single month, $1.50. In fact, it's always 54 baht. And the utilities here in Bangkok are very reasonable. Now in the Philippines, the water, the internet, the electric were running me way more. So Philippines is much more expensive in the utility category. So in general, it's going to be very reasonable. Even if you're running your air cons 24 hours a day, still pretty reasonable. Now I got two split types, one here in the bedroom and one over there in the living room. I never usually run both at the same time, unless for some reason I'm kind of going back and forth from room to room. But I ended up buying a fan for the bedroom
And honestly, most nights I really turn off the aircon and I got the fan, oscillating and doing a good enough job. I don't really feel like I need it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just need the one aircon in the room and the fan is blowing the cool air from the other room here. Now, before we continue, I want to thank today's sponsor, Zingifi Red Ginseng. This isn't just some sponsor that I decided to sign up with. This is something that I tested out for a few months before I said, okay, I'll be willing to promote your product because the benefits are fantastic. And one thing I love about living in Bangkok is that life stays busy. Between filming videos, editing, consultations, exploring the city, and traveling and staying very active, I try to maintain a consistent routine. And that's why I've been using Zingifi Red Ginseng. Red ginseng has been used for centuries and is known for supporting energy, focus, and overall wellness. For me, it's an easy addition to my daily routine, whether I'm working from my condo, walking around Bangkok, or traveling throughout Southeast Asia. If you'd like to learn more about Zingifi Red Ginseng, I'll leave a link in the description and also the pinned comment. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest expenses that people ask about, and that is food. I mean, street food is around $2 to $4. I mean, extremely cheap. I was eating it quite a bit when I first got here, but I kind of stay away from it now because I'm more on a healthy kick, and I tend to stay away from the seed oils and things that are fried and any kind of sugar. So I pretty much stay away from it, but it is great on a budget if you're in a hurry and you need something quick and something that at all hours sometimes can be out just on the street waiting for you to buy, like the pad thai. Restaurants, I find I spend anywhere from $8 to $20 per meal. Now, the Philippines usually was a bit cheaper in this category, but the food quality and options I feel are much better here. But what I spend in a week with groceries, restaurants, and coffees, I'm probably spending around $150 per week. That's not a lot. And I have a lot of favorite local meals. I've got a salad place that I love going to. It's fantastic. I've got differently like a ramen place that I love to go to. A lot of great places all over that just fantastic. Listen, Bangkok, you can either spend very little or quite a lot depending on your lifestyle in Bangkok. I mean, you can be up at rooftop restaurants spending a load of money or down on the street buying a $2 meal like pad thai or something. So whatever budget you want to be in, it's got everything to fit anybody's budget. Now, transportation, I take the BTS, but mostly once you move into a neighborhood here in Bangkok, you pretty much hardly have to leave. Everything is right here. I've got bowling, I've got the movie theater, I've got a golf driving range right across the street, restaurants everywhere, and my gym, and I just I go everywhere just using my feet and getting my 10,000 steps in. I do it for exercise as well, but if I want, I can hop on the BTS day or night and get around Bangkok for very inexpensive. I usually spend around $50 per month. Again, I'm not going into a detailed budget video today. I will probably do that maybe next month or in another couple of weeks. Let me know in the comments if you want a really detailed one. Grab, rarely am I taking Grab unless I'm flying somewhere from Bangkok. I rather not take the BTS, or rather just take a Grab here and there. So it's not too often that I'm taking Grab. But, one of the reasons many expats don't need a car in Bangkok is the public transportation is phenomenal. And they got, the trains and the buses you can take to other cities. It's just fantastic. Now, healthcare and entertainment, that's kind of an odd one to put together, but healthcare, routine checkups, things like that, very inexpensive here in Bangkok. You got routine doctor visits, pharmacies. Luckily, knock on wood, I don't have any of those issues right now, which is kind of why I eat pretty healthy and I maintain a active lifestyle, and trying to put off that stuff as long as I can, because once you go down that road of popping prescriptions, then it's it's not a good thing. But I've got gym memberships, coffee shops. My gym membership is only $12 per month. I paid for the entire year in full. Coffees, I usually spend anywhere from $2 anywhere from about $5 depending on the coffee shop. Sometimes I like the higher end ones because it's got a better view, or it might be a place that I like better for like filming a video. But other times I just like to people watch and be alone and quiet, listen to music on my earpods, and then just pay $2 for a coffee. But I would say healthcare for me, no more than $100 per month, and that kind of includes gym and any kind of vitamins and stuff that I take. Really, the only thing I'm taking right now is the Zingifi red ginseng. That seems to be all that I really need as of right now. But I think this is one category where expats feel they get like an exceptional value. The healthcare in Bangkok is just simply the best. I mean, it's known for medical tourism. People fly around from all over the world to go to Bangkok and do medical tourism. So if I had to do my total monthly budget breakdown, my rent is about $530. I'm going to put this in dollars for right now. The bot's always changing, so I'll just keep it in dollars for right now. The budget video, I'll probably put it in baht in maybe dollars. Utilities around $75. That includes internet, water, and electric. Food around $400 usually suffices, $400 to $500. Transportation no more than $75 per month, and even that's kind of high, to be honest. Healthcare around $100 to $150 per month, and entertainment about $250. I mean, I'm just going to the golf driving range. I consider coffees entertainment, to be honest. Going out to restaurants with friends, that's entertainment. Going to listen to live music, that's entertainment for me. Movies, bowling alley, an occasional date, and miscellaneous, maybe around $150. And so total is right about $2,000. Now, of course, do I have months that are less than that? Absolutely, I do. Do I have months that are much more than that? I do if I'm traveling. If I'm doing some kind of a trip back to the US, then yes, of course, it's way more. I happen to travel out of country about once every 90 days. I'm out of country. And because of that, I never even have to do the 90-day check-in on my retirement visa because I'm always out someplace. Next trip will be Taiwan in September. But, for many people, $2,000 can provide a very comfortable lifestyle here in Bangkok. Not luxury, but very comfortable. So, what does $2,000 a month get you in Bangkok, Thailand? A nice condo, affordable transportation, access to healthcare, plenty of dining options, and a lifestyle that many people find difficult to achieve back in the West. So, guys, tell me, what do you think? Could you live comfortably in Bangkok on $2,000 a month? Or would you want a larger budget? Now, again, this isn't necessarily my budget, but this just happens to be the amount I typically spend. Now, if you're interested in retiring overseas, or learning more about life in Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Cambodia, anywhere in Southeast Asia, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button and the bell notification. That way you're notified every time I come out with a video or even like a live stream. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Gio, let's go before it's too late. Time keeps slipping away from us. Keep living like this. Away from us, away from us. Gio, let's